The Yamaha XT500 is not just another motorcycle. It is a symbol, a living legend in the world of dual sports. A name that has echoed through deserts, jungles, and city streets for nearly half a century. For riders of the past, it represented freedom, ruggedness, and simplicity. For riders today, it is a piece of history, often restored, customized, or remembered with admiration. And now, in 2026, Yamaha brings this legend back. The new XT500 is not a copy of the old. It is a reimagining, a rebirth that honors its heritage while embracing the demands of the modern rider. On Acer Rider, this is the story of the new Yamaha XT500. The first XT500 appeared in 1975, with its air-cooled, 4-stroke, 499cc single-cylinder engine. It was tough, reliable, and simple to maintain. It wasn't about speed or luxury. It was about endurance, versatility, and authenticity. The XT500 conquered the Paris-Dakar rally, took riders across continents, and inspired generations of custom builders. It proved that one motorcycle could do it all: daily commuting, long-distance exploration, and weekend off-road fun. When production ended in the late 1980s, the XT500 became more than a machine. It became a legend. Now, decades later, Yamaha revives the XT name for 2026. But what should a new XT500 be? Riders expect the same simplicity, the same toughness, the same thumping single-cylinder character. At the same time, modern regulations and rider expectations demand cleaner emissions, better brakes, and more comfort. The challenge for Yamaha is to build a motorcycle that feels old school in its soul, but works in today's world. At the heart of the 2026 XT500 is a single-cylinder engine, close to the classic displacement of 500cc. It still delivers that unmistakable thump, that raw pulse of torque that made the original so special. Yet this engine is cleaner, more efficient, and more refined. It features fuel injection, a carefully tuned exhaust system, and internal upgrades to keep it compliant with emission laws worldwide. Power is not excessive. Instead, it is usable, practical, and predictable. Around 40 horsepower makes it lively enough for highways while keeping its focus on versatility. The gearbox is simple, a 5-speed transmission that offers smooth changes and reliable ratios. In every sense, Yamaha has tried to keep the engine true to its roots while giving it the reliability of modern engineering. The chassis reflects the same philosophy. A tubular steel frame gives the XT500 its rugged backbone. The design is slim and purposeful, with high ground clearance and spoked wheels that recall the old Dakar days. Suspension is modern but not flashy. Long travel forks at the front and a monoshock at the rear absorb bumps, ruts, and gravel roads with ease. The geometry is stable yet nimble, striking a balance between off-road ability and street handling. Braking has been updated with disc brakes at both ends and ABS. But Yamaha wisely makes the ABS switchable for riders who want pure off-road control. Visually, the 2026 XT500 looks like a time machine. A round headlight dominates the front, but inside is LED technology for brightness and efficiency. The fuel tank is teardrop-shaped, slim enough for off-road movement but large enough for long rides. The exhaust is high-mounted, echoing the Dakar heritage. Spoked wheels, minimal side panels, and a flat bench seat complete the retro silhouette. Even the paintwork respects tradition, with white and red Yamaha racing colors making a return, alongside black and desert tan options. Everything about the design says classic, but nothing feels outdated. On the road, the XT500 feels alive. Thumb the starter, and the single-cylinder engine comes to life with a steady thump. It is smoother than the original, but still raw enough to connect you to the machine. At low revs, torque is immediate, making city riding and trail crawling effortless. On highways, it cruises at a comfortable pace, not straining but not racing either. It is not a bike built for speed records. It is a bike built for journeys, for discovery, for connection. Off-road, the XT500 truly shines. The wide handlebars give leverage. The long suspension soaks up rocks and ruts, and the slim body makes it easy to maneuver through tight trails. It is not a heavy adventure bike that overwhelms riders with size and complexity. Instead, it is approachable, manageable, and confidence-inspiring. You can stand on the pegs, let the suspension work beneath you, and feel like the bike was made for the dirt. That was always the XT500's gift. and in 2026 it remains intact. The rider experience is deliberately simple. The seat is firm but comfortable enough for long days. The riding posture is upright, natural, and commanding. The instrument cluster is minimal, a blend of analog and digital, offering just the essentials: speed, fuel, trip, and maybe a gear indicator. There are no giant TFT screens, no endless menus, no distraction. The XT500 remains a bike that asks you to ride, not scroll. There are, of course, trade-offs. Riders looking for high horsepower may find the XT500 modest. Adventure riders used to massive 1200cc touring machines may see it as too small. Purists may complain about modern updates like ABS or liquid cooling. And the price may sit higher than some expect, given the technology added to meet modern standards. Yet those who understand the XT500's soul will see past these concerns. They will recognize that this bike was never meant to win on paper. It was meant to win in the heart. The strengths are clear. The XT500 is versatile. It can commute during the week, explore trails on the weekend, and tour across regions with nothing but a small luggage setup. It is approachable, making it a great choice for new riders while still rewarding experienced ones. It is customizable, ready for scrambler builds, rally replicas, or minimalist naked setups. And above all, it is authentic. In a market filled with electronics, gadgets, and massive adventure bikes, the XT500 stands out by being honest. Picture it now. A rider rolling down a dusty track, the sun low on the horizon, the XT500 thumping beneath them. There are no distractions, no excess. Just the sound of the engine, the feel of the dirt, the sense of freedom that only comes from a machine built to connect man, machine, and terrain. That is the XT500 experience, and in 2026, it has returned. And here is the surprise. On Acer Rider, we will not only cover the 2026 Yamaha XT500 in detail, but we will also feature it alongside a fully restored original XT500 from the 1970s. Side by side, old and new, we will compare how far Yamaha has come, what has changed, and what remains timeless. One lucky subscriber will even have the chance to join us for a test ride day, where both bikes will be ridden back to back. It is a chance to feel history and the future in a single afternoon. The new Yamaha XT500 is more than a motorcycle. It is a bridge across generations, a reminder that simplicity still has a place in a complex world, and a symbol of Yamaha's respect for its heritage. For riders who believe that a motorcycle should be more than transport, that it should be an experience, a companion, a story, the XT500 is waiting. On Acer Rider, this is only the beginning. The legend is back, the road is open, and the thump of the single calls once again.